Hey everyone, welcome back to more political chatter. So we will be doing something pretty interesting today, and we are going to be going through each country and deciding how they would vote in the 2020 presidential election. So of course we have Donald Trump and Joe Biden. I should honestly add Howie Hawkins and Joe Jorgensen to this, but I really think that would mess things too up with Howie Hawkins winning many European countries and Joe Jorgensen, I really don't think would win many, maybe in the Middle East. Anyway, so we have our two candidates, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. So again, this is 2020, so hindsight is 2020. Oh no, sorry, hindsight is not 2020. And so this is if we are in the 2020 election. Donald Trump is still the incumbent. Joe Biden is still not unpopular. He's still pretty popular, and we'll be going through each country and deciding how each country would vote. So going to the United States, of course, this one will be going to Joe Biden because we voted for him. And I mean, Biden, really what's going to give him a lot of votes is Europe and Canada, these progressive countries, these very developed countries that have universal health care, that are progressive, that will align with Joe Biden more than Donald Trump. So that means states like, or not states, I'm so used to saying that. That means countries like Canada, Denmark. I know Greenland is not a country, it's owned by Denmark, but we have to fill it in anyway. So Greenland, Iceland. And then if we go in Europe more, so we have our European countries here. I mean, going to Norway, so progressive. Sweden, all of Scandinavia, Finland, so progressive. And then going to, countries like France, Ireland, Portugal, Spain. These developed countries are the ones that are going to go to Joe Biden. Switzerland, Italy, Austria, Czech Republic, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg. These are all going to go to Joe Biden. But going to England, I really think that this will go to Donald Trump because, and this is his first country, because of the fact that they have Boris Johnson as prime minister. They have more conservative leaders. Boris Johnson is more like Trump than you'd think. I know he's more moderate, but I mean, either it's him or Biden. I think that Boris Johnson's win proves that they would go towards Trump more. But going to Poland, Slovakia, we could do the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. These are all going to go to Joe Biden. But I mean, going to Russia, I do think that Russia would go to Donald Trump because of the fact of how closely aligned Trump was with Russia. He regularly met with Putin. Putin may have seen him as a threat, but really, between the Russian people, they're going to see Donald Trump as more of an ally than Joe Biden, someone that they can trust. And I mean, going to Belarus, I think that, in Ukraine, in Moldova, these Russian states that used to be part of the Soviet Union are all going to go to Donald Trump because they are closely related to Russia, and they're going to have the same view on Trump as Russia does. Romania, I think, would go to him. And then going to former Yugoslavia, I also think that Trump would do well here. Bosnia, Herzegovina, Slovenia, Croatia, Hungary, I do think that he would win because of how far right Hungary is becoming. Serbia, we have Montenegro, Albania, Bulgaria, Macedonia. But going to Greece, I really do think that this is too much of a developed country to go to Donald Trump. I think that Joe Biden will win here. And going to Turkey, I do think that this is, this is a somewhat conservative group. I mean, especially these Muslim countries, most of them are going to go to Donald Trump. I mean, going to Saudi Arabia, let's head down here. Trump had close alliances with countries like Saudi Arabia, Oman, the UAE. These are all countries that will go to Donald Trump, and of course, Turkey. And going to Qatar, I think that Trump will be able to pull out a win there. And going to the small country of Bahrain, Trump will be able to win there. Yemen, not so much. They are in desperate need of aid, and they're going to see as Biden of more of a someone who could give them aid rather than Trump. So I do think that Biden would win in Yemen. Going to Jordan, most of this really will be Trump territory. Jordan will go to Trump. Syria, not so much. They are too war-torn and they need aid, so I do think that they will go with the Democratic Party. Iraq is pretty tough because, of course, Bush invaded the country of Iraq, and they're going to align Trump with Bush since Trump is part of the Republican Party. So because of that, I do think that it would narrowly go to Joe Biden. Going to Kuwait, this is a pretty rich country. I think that it would go to Donald Trump because of that. And let's go to Cyprus. Pretty developed. I think that Biden will be able to pull out a win. Going to Israel, this will be Biden territory. Palestine will be, and Lebanon, I also think would go to Joe Biden. So we have the Arabian Peninsula. Going to Georgia and Azerbaijan and Armenia. These are Russian states at the end of the day. Georgia is very Russian. Azerbaijan and Armenia, I think Trump will be able to pull out conservative wins in all three. Iran, he did pull out of the nuclear deal, and I don't know how Iran would vote, honestly. But, at the end of the day, it is a conservative Muslim country. So I do think that it would go to Donald Trump. Going to Afghanistan, another country, but they're going to associate Biden more with Afghanistan voters are going to associate Biden more with the invasion than they will with Trump, because this was the Obama administration who really started the big war in Afghanistan, and Biden was in the Obama administration. So I think Trump will be able to win in Afghanistan. Going to Pakistan, it is pretty Muslim, but they're more liberal than other Middle Eastern countries. So I do think because of that, Biden will be able to win. But going to Turkmenistan, we've basically got a monarchy here, and they are extremely conservative. I would give that to Trump. Kazakhstan, a Russian state, I think would go to Trump. And then we have Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. All three of these are tough, but I think that, then again, Biden is more of the peace person. He does want alliances. So I will give Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan to Joe Biden. So this is our map so far. And then let's finish up Asia here. Going to Mongolia, this will go to Joe Biden, and China. Trump really hated China a lot. He did not want many deals with them. Might have been friendly with the government, and government workers might vote for them, but the average Chinese citizen will vote for Joe Biden because of the fact that he does want more peace. North Korea, Trump was really tight with Kim Jong-un, so Trump will definitely win in North Korea, one of his biggest wins of the world. South Korea, very developed, very friendly with America, so therefore will go to Joe Biden, and the same goes for Japan, very closely aligned with the United States. Taiwan wants independence, so they'll go to Joe Biden because Biden supports that. Going to India, I see Biden pulling out a win here, so populated, and, of course, the Democratic Party does better in cities. Going to Nepal, Bhutan, where we've got, much culture here, Bangladesh, where, Biden wants to expand business here. This will be kind of Biden territory. These are pretty liberal parts of the world. Sri Lanka, also. Myanmar, we've got a lot of protests there a little while ago, and I think it's going to go to Joe Biden. And Southeast Asia, where, people, most people have a lot of human rights more than other parts of Asia. So that means that this territory will kind of lean towards Biden, especially populated areas. Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos, I also think would go to Joe Biden. Indonesia, a lot of cities here, Biden will be able to win. Brunei will go to Donald Trump. They are extremely conservative with all that. And Philippines, such a Christian country, will vote for Donald Trump. So let's see. So Australia and New Zealand, I definitely think would go to Joe Biden. We've got two extremely progressive countries here, no doubt in my mind. Papua New Guinea is extremely underdeveloped, and I really don't think that they will be crazy about Trump or Biden. But because Biden is more of a progressive kind of candidate, it will go to Donald Trump. Going to Fiji, Biden will win. He's really going to dominate in these Pacific states. To be frank, Guam was very close. was a lot closer than 2016 and 2020. But at the end of the day, Biden pulls out wins in Guam, of course, states like Puerto Rico, or territories like Puerto Rico. He wins in the Northern Mariana Islands. He wins in the American Samoa. So Biden does win this. I will give Trump East Timor, by the way, because of its conservative roots. So at the end of the day, my point was that Biden is very popular, or will be dominant in the Pacific part of the world. So that leaves us with Africa, South America, and Central America. So let's do Africa. This will mostly be Biden territory because of his alliance with African Americans in the United States. Trump, Biden is gonna run a hard campaign in Africa on Trump, especially for Trump being a racist. Well, I'm saying like he's gonna make him seem like he is a racist. So Biden will be able to run a very good campaign in Africa, and Africa has a lot of countries, so it will benefit him a lot. So going to Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, I do, a couple will go to Donald Trump. So Mozambique, I do think would go to Donald Trump because they're extremely war torn, and I think that Trump would kind of be their man for more of a rebellion type situation there. Going to South Africa, I think the same thing because of the fact that I think that England would go to Trump, and of course South Africa, being very British, I think would follow in their footsteps. Namibia is basically English also, and they are pretty German also. So, these French former colonies, Algeria, Western Sahara, Morocco, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, I all think would go to Joe Biden. Going to Chad, Niger, Mali, Mauritania, all Biden territory. And then these poorer countries like Burkina Faso, Senegal, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, of course Sierra Leone, Liberia, this country founded by former slaves, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Cameroon, Central African Republic, North and South Sudan, Eritrea, going to Djibouti. I think that their somewhat wealth would make Djibouti go to Donald Trump. Going to Joe Biden, who'll win in Ethiopia. Somalia, I don't think he would win. Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. Tanzania, Malawi. It's really going to be more Southern Africa that will go to whatever his name is, Donald Trump. So this is the Africa map. I don't know how we still have 82 countries left, but anyway, I guess we're going to be missing a lot. So as you can see, Biden is currently dominating, and he will in South America also. Chile does regularly have overthrown government, so I do think it would go to Donald Trump because, some are very conservative. Going to Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, and Peru. These are all, countries where the people are more in favor of progressive ideas. Going to Colombia and Venezuela Venezuela, I do think the voters will align more with Joe Biden. Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana, I think the same thing. And Peru and Ecuador will go to Joe Biden. So Biden has won this election. Going to Mexico, of course, Biden is more open to the idea of immigration to all of these Central American countries, so therefore he will do amazing in all of these countries, like literally all of them. And Cuba is going to dominate in. Bahamas, not so much, but he will win. And then Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and then we have all of these Caribbean states right here. And I have no idea what the 53 countries left are. Let's see. They're probably like micro-states in Europe or something. Okay. So, we have these. But, I don't know where all the others are. Probably in the Pacific Ocean somewhere. No, I don't know. So, basically, this is the mostly final map of where the world stands on Joe Biden versus Donald Trump in 2020. Again, this is not 20. I should have made it 2024 actually. But so Biden wins with 144 countries, and then Trump only has a total of 40 countries. Pretty depressing loss for Donald Trump. But again, this is the final map. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you all next time.